here, the fourth day in the second month of 2025. It's Owigho TV, and of course, fresh talk it is with a site dissecting newspaper headlines, doing justice to the stories. We do this every weekday, 7 a.m. My name is Owigho, and this is our in-house analyst,
yes,
Ambassador Okolo.
My name is Oni Lukumonu, aka Ambassador Wala.
Is it because you have Wala? Is this like you have plenty, but you give people Wala? Is that why?
No.
Okay.
The Wahala is a Yoruba name.
Oh, really?
And it's spelled W-A-H-A-L-A. Wow. It's called Wala.
Okay, Wala.
That is it. You will succeed. Success.
Oh.
Not Wahala.
All these years.
Northern people call it.
I'm going to say asshole. Because you just carry the go. So now Ambassador Wahala, it cause problem. Now Wala. You will succeed in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Let's use that one and enter our motivational segment.
Yes, because there's power in our tongue.
Yeah.
So good morning, viewers. Good morning, worshippers all over the world, wherever you're watching us from. Please always help us to share and put comments. Don't just watch and pass by, because if you said you only want to watch and you did not put your comment, whether on our Facebook, TikTok or YouTube or anywhere, you just watch and you are not really taking an impact in the country. You are still left behind. So in any social media handle you can find us, whether on Owigho TV, on YouTube, Owigho Money on
Owigho of Abuja on
Instagram, or
Owigho Okolo on Facebook,
or Ambassador Wahala, or Tori Wawa, or Wahala Oni Lukman. In anywhere you're watching, please always share and put comments, because we are here to give you the voice. We are here to speak nothing but the truth. We have only been saying it. We will never take a dime. People are beginning to call. You guys are doing a great job. Some are like, some are even trying to report the channels that we're doing, because they know we say it raw the way it is, without anything. And now when Owigho said our motivational talk this morning, how do you prophesize into yourself? How do you make it in life? Is it that you always believe my pastor, my imam, my alpha? Is it that you believe in yourself? My brothers and my sisters, please, I want to urge you that there is power in midnight prayer. There is power in midnight prayer. For those of us who are Christian, and for those of us who believe that, yes, our Lord Jesus Christ also went to the hour of Gethsemane, where he actually told them, I say, does it mean that you cannot watch over me for just 1 hour?
Where they
were sleeping. That your pastor does not sleep at the middle of the night, most especially at the hour of 3 o'clock in the morning. Your pastor does not sleep. That is where he gathered his momentum from. That is what he gathered his prayer for. Hardly a pastor give you an audience on Saturday, because he will always want to use that Saturday to preach, and he always want to use that Saturday to gather what to tell you on Sunday. And on Sunday to his strength. Please, my brothers and my sister, do not sleep at the middle of the night. It is very, very dangerous. And please, when you wake up every morning, if you are not the prayer type like me or Owigho, just say, thank you, Lord, for what you've done yesterday. Thank you for what you're about to do today. Thank you for what you have done for me already, that I did not know. Thank you, because if it's by what we are, how old are you? How much do you have? Go to the national hospital.
And you see people who get money.
You see people who have money.
They cannot buy health.
They cannot buy health. They are under oxygen. So we are motivating you this morning before we go to the newspaper headline. Because some people will be watching and say, I mean, these guys, they don't switch to become pastors. No, every morning we get a motivation. So please speak positive into your life. As soon as you want to step outside to go out for your daily hustle, stand and look at the sky at the front of your door. Open the door, stand and look at the front of the sky. Point the sky and say, today, you this sun, you will favor me. Shine before me. Go before me. Anywhere I step my feet to, let you speak before me.
Bam.
And you see, because there is power in our tongue. When Americans discover that there is power in our tongue, every Americans wake up in the morning, they say, God bless America. And that is why God has blessed American. That is why everything the whole world wants is in America. America does not have crude oil, but they have the biggest and the largest reserve in the whole world. America does not have gold, but they have the biggest and the largest. All your gold in your country, you will still take it to America for refine.
Yeah.
You can see how powerful. Not for you to wake up in the morning and begin to curse our leader, begin to swear for them, begin to say, I work for this country, Nigeria. Please, if sleep becomes so sweet, meaning a man is jobless. When sleep begins to be sweet you.
Even the Bible said, right? Let me just chip in one or two. Say, a little sleep, a little slumber, so shall thy poverty creep in. Nobody's saying you shouldn't sleep or you shouldn't rest when you're tired, but too much of everything is bad. It says, where 2 or 3 are gathered, I am there in your midst. So if you live alone and you say, only me cannot pray, because the Bible says where 2 or 3 are gathered, do you know what you have to do? Just invite the Holy Spirit. And that'll become to thank me later. All right, let's jump on the Vanguard newspaper here real quick. It says, you have no power to order my impeachment. Tinubu tells court. Stories on the Vanguard newspaper. You have no power to order my impeachment. Tinubu tells court. Story is on the Vanguard newspaper here. It says, President Bola Tinubu has asked the Federal High Court in Abuja to dismiss a suit that is seeking to compel the National Assembly to initiate impeachment proceedings against him over alleged rights violation. The suit was brought before the court by a legal practitioner, Mr. Olukoya Ogunbeje. The plaintiff in his suit that has the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fagbemi-San, as second defendant, is seeking 6 principal reliefs from the court. He urged the court to declare that alleged persistent suppression of peaceful protest organized by Nigerian citizens by the president-led administration amounts to an impeachable offense. For instance, the plaintiff alleged that the government had between August 1 and 10, 2024, violently clamped down on peaceful protesters across the federation. An action, he argued, constituted misconduct and the ground for Tinubu's impeachment from office. So, is that a ground for impeachment or not?
Sometimes when I see things like this and I look at it critically, and I always ask that some people just want to be relevant. Number one. Number two, some people have money that they just want to spend.
Okay.
To the lawyer or to whosoever who have written this petition, how can you tell a landlord that you are giving a landlord a quick notice?
From your house.
From your own house. Have you forgotten that the judiciary is in the hands of the president?
But they're supposed to be independent.
Whether independent or not independent, they are in the hands of the elite.
True that.
Whether you like it or not. Who appoints the Attorney General of the Federation?
Mr. President.
Who appoints who appoints the Chief Justice of the Federation?
Mr. President.
So what are you now talking about? Can you give yourself a quick notice from your house? Can a tenant come to your house and give you a quick notice? It is not possible. It is not done anywhere. That yes. And we have not gotten to that stage in Nigeria that will begin to call out for impeachment of our president. And we have not gone to that stage in Nigeria that somebody will critically look at it and say, I am not fit for me to resign from my office. It's rather you are being forced, or it's rather they sack you. I will always use Better Edu as an example. When the rumor started flying, if I was Better Edu about this flying corruption allegation and also the showing of $1 when she went to go and make her hair, when she was giving her staff dollars, which was even before she assumed into the office. If I was better Edwards of that period, I could have just tendered a resignation and go. Not to spoil my CV. You understand? The former Minister of Finance during the time of President Muhammadu Buhari that does not have NYSC certificate. Gradually, because she was not a Nigeria breed, she was an UK breed. And gradually, immediately, she began to hear that zaga. Because of the impact in her, what did she do? She take a bow immediately before she begin, or her certificate will be disgraced. You understand? For somebody who has actually gone to lawyer, you can hear now what the president is saying. He saying you have no power.
You don't even have it.
Number one, the procedure to impeach Mr. President is a very long procedure.
I mean,
it's not an easy thing.
Because even if the court admits it, it has to compel the National
Assembly.
And even in the National Assembly, you need two-thirds of the joint session to green and red chamber.
You need two-thirds of it. And who are the two-thirds? Are they not the loyalists to the president? Are they not the... Yes, they are the one that the president has been nursing right from when they were in primary school. They get to secondary school to university. For them to sit at that same throne where they are. So if this person or this senior advocate of Nigeria who has actually write this, I think he should write it as a book, not even writing or to take the judiciary to the court, most especially because this thing will continue pending or they will continue adjourning. Because if the court grants now, you have to go. Already there is a saying that our national National Assembly is a rubber stamp National Assembly, and that is what people are saying. And now you are still telling the people who call them rubber stamp to now come outside and say in two-thirds of which to impeach the president of the Federal Republic of Abba. It can never happen. Akpabio will just look at you and
if you read that like this,
you read it and look at it.
Motion for
that's why you know that Godswin Akpabio can speak Yoruba. You don't understand. So to me, I don't see this to be only water. Let me use your former colleague Kunle say this one no hold water.
As you know, this one here says FEC approves 4.8 billion naira for HIV treatment amidst US policy shift. FEC approves 4.8 billion naira for HIV treatment amid US policy shift. The Federal Executive Council, FEC, has approved 4.8 billion naira fund for the procurement of 150,000 HIV treatment packs, ensuring continuous care for those living with the virus. This decision, announced after the FEC meeting on Monday, is part of the government's effort to strengthen domestic funding for HIV treatment. It comes amid concerns over the potential impact of recent US policy shifts on the President's emergency plan for AIDS relief, which has been a major source of HIV funding in Nigeria. Speaking on the approval, the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Muhammad Pate, emphasized the importance of sustaining HIV treatment efforts, particularly as international aid dynamics shift. Mr. Pate noted that while global partners have played a crucial role in providing treatment support, the federal government is now taking deliberate steps to invest in life-saving interventions for people living with HIV in Nigeria. This is an important signal that the federal government is committed to ensuring that life-saving treatments remain accessible despite the changing dynamics in external support, the minister said. So we also had the South African President, Cyril Ramaphosa, come out to verbally respond to the US and say, if you are going to prevent or stop this AIDS from coming to our country, we are also going to protect our country from other, external influence coming from the United States.
First of all,
was it possible for our own president to respond to
yes, this is part of the response for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to have taken this to the Federal Executive Council meeting for them to immediately for them to approve 4.8 billion naira for HIV treatment since Americans say they are going to stop their AIDS. Look at this 4.8 billion was not even part of our budget.
At all,
but
exactly.
You understand? He has taken a bold step and say, come, to help with you guys. We have the resources. We can care for our people. And this is a very big clap for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That yes, Baba Jagaban, you have done well, much well, to come out and say, come, we can care for our people. The way you value your people is the way we also value our people. And now let's go back to this HIV AIDS days. I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it before. Constant awareness has made a lot of people and to be saying in abstaining or protecting themselves against the mass virus called HIV/AIDS. And I was having an argument with somebody one time at the press center in Abuja here in Jabi. I said, come, let's sit down and look at this thing critically. Now, do you know that diabetes type 1, type 2 kill very faster than HIV? Why is it that the health facilitator are not coming out to talk about this killing sickness that is even killed faster than HIV? And what they said is because HIV/AIDS is a communicable disease that and diabetes cannot be communicated. Is due to what you consume lifestyle, your lifestyle and all that makes it. And now come to look at it, this patient also that are suffering for diabetes, because let me tell you something. I remember there was a time that we were doing concert for UNICEF. I remember there was a time that Ghost Cycle came out that we're doing campus tour. We've created a lot of awareness. And we have also have some traditional herbal and medicine practitioner who has also come to awareness to see, there is a prevention for this HIV. We have it. And we have it. And that is why you can see that the resource or the anagon of HIV has practically reduced down to the pressure. Because I remember during the time of when Professor Jerry Ghana was Minister of Information and National Orientation Agency, that we were going to state by state, because I remember there was a time that they said when you sleep with a virgin, when you have HIV, that it will go. And you see a lot of people, yes, down in Benue State, a lot of people were at a point, Benue State was rated the highest state that have this number of HIV. And we went outside, we started conversing and telling people, these are the way for you to contact this virus. Number one, unprotected sex. Number, with a partner that you did not trust. Number two, through blood transmission. Number three, through sharp objects. And you see that as of that time, a lot of youth come out of taking a blood oath. True. In those days, you see a young boy and a young girl, okay, I love you, promise you love me, we will not disappoint ourselves. They will not even know what they are doing. This one will go and buy a razor blade, and he will use the razor blade to cut himself and cut the other person and lick and join it together and see that we have taken a bond as oath. We started campaigning and canvassing about that. I say, come, you can contact HIV/AIDS through that. You don't even know whether this boy has this HIV/AIDS or this girl has this HIV/AIDS. Now, we started, a lot of people, we started sensitizing people. You cannot contact HIV/AIDS through mosquito because mosquito itself has a flu that kill instant bacteria that come in. It can only give you that transmission of malaria due to pinching on a dirty environment. Now we started this campaign, and thank God today that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has actually come out to say, come, if you people say you don't want to support us again, no problem. After all, this HIV/AIDS is a foreign disease. It's a foreign disease that we don't even know how come we inherit it. And thank God for South African president who has actually come out, because in Africa, South Africa is rated the highest HIV in South Africa. Like HIV in South Africa is just like malaria. The South Africans are scared of our malaria
More
than
than
HIV.
HIV.
Because when you tell a South African that you have malaria, they'll quarantine you immediately.
But if you tell them you have HIV,
If you tell them you have HIV, they just their HIV is just like malaria. You say,
I
what
just
is?
wear condom.
And they say, what is wrong with this? What is wrong with you? That is how they talk. What is wrong with you? And he said, my brother, I'm just battling for my HIV. You say, don't worry, I have it as well. Come and take my medicine if your medicine has finished. That is to let you be, because the awareness begin. Now that is why it has practically reduced in Nigeria. People are no longer ashamed of saying I'm having HIV, because having an HIV is not a death sentence. You understand what we're talking about? Go to our hospital now. They do open counseling for them, where they give them the drugs. They say it's even curable. When you follow the rules and the regulation, you take your drugs, you do what you're supposed to do at a particular time and eat the rightable things. But we still want to urge the federal government, please, as you're looking at HIV AIDS and they are giving them this money, let it be used. And at the same time, please, people should look inward for people who have been diagnosed of diabetes.
Sure.
The diabetes is one of the killer disease now that is killing people very fast. You see somebody have just taken like 5 or 10 spoons of rice, and before you hear that, this person snore and die. What happened? Because of the sugar level. Because everything we consume has sugar. There is no way we can begin to be each of everyone of us started eating grass. The other day I was just seeing a Owigho eating concussion mixed together and call it salad and say because it's trying to, a lot of us are trying running away. So me now, I've become a vegetarian. My children told me, as of my age now, going to 48, that you don't need to be eating meat anymore. Now the snail that I'm supposed to be eating to compensate my food, to make it go well into my esophagus, is now so very, very expensive to buy. The crayfish is very, very expensive to buy. And the cheapest thing kill very faster, which is the meat.
Red meat, precisely.
It kill very, very faster, but it's very cheap.
Stop to the chop red meat, oh.
I got two snails for 10,000 naira. Two. And why I got a kilo of red meat for 5,000?
Cheap ones, 9 days a minute chop.
Very.
You want this a minute chop, and it's expensive.
The white meat, in conjunction with people like pork and all that, they are very, very expensive. You can find them in the public market.
Too costly.
Too very costly. And the cow is very, very cheap. And that brought down to what we were discussing yesterday. When somebody said the life of a cow is more important than the life of the human being. The human being eats the cow. The cow does not eat human being.
Even if you give and you know job.
You don't even know how to. Cow cannot even bite. It can only nod you.
Cow not vegetarian.
Cow is a vegetarian. And human being is a vegetarian. And is a human being is also a utilitarian.
We go carry human being give cow. In a bull with a vest. This one here on the Vanguard also says the federal government bans export of crude oil allocated to domestic refineries. Federal government bans export of crude oil allocated to domestic refineries.
Yeah, these are the areas that is going to affect the Americans.
Aha! The federal government has banned the export of crude oil meant to meet the needs of domestic refineries in the country, apparently in a bid to boost local refining capacity, reduce the import of refined petroleum products, and curb pressure on foreign exchange supply. Hitherto, about 500,000 barrels of crude oil per day meant for domestic refining have been finding their way to the international market as producers and traders shortchange the policy for quick foreign exchange proceeds. Acting through the upstream sector regulator, the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, the government warned that it will henceforth deny export permits for crude oil cargoes intended for domestic refining. The Commission, in a statement in Abuja, insisted that any changes to cargoes designated for domestic refining must receive express approval from its executive chief. In a letter dated February 2nd, 2025, addressed to exploration and production companies and their equity partners, The Commission's Chief Executive Officer, Engineer Benga Komolafe, said diverting crude oil meant for local refineries is a violation of the extant laws of the country. So, this is like a major source of revenue.
Yes, this is the area that the Americans will suffer. When you give by your rights, then Nigeria is ready to collect by the left. Now they are saying it because most of this crude oil that are going out that are supposed to be made for local refineries have been taken to the United States of America.
So all these years that we have not been refining anything, they just pack and they go.
Yes.
So that's why President Tinubu's policies, when he came, he first said, no more selling of crude oil in dollars. We are selling crude oil. People come from another place, bring their own currency, and come and buy in our own country. Then we will now be the ones to go and start running kati to look for how to change it. So if you want to come and buy crude oil in Nigeria, change your pounds, change your dollars, change your euros to naira first. And so they say, didn't do the work.
Then we'll have that main way of getting our economic boost.
Exactly.
So that we'll know that, yes, just like these children are saying, Italawa. So, American Italawa. Because when we look at it, we now know that, yes, you are doing Italawa for our people, and our people are now telling you, we cannot do this anymore. So, it's just to let you know, and we'll still give accolades to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because when a man does good, we must surely come on this platform to tell him that, yes, so President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, this one will tell you.
Is it the best president so far in terms of policy reforms?
You see, and we by
now missing what zone? When they care about he is.
By now, Nigeria knows that he is, because number one, what takes President Jonathan with the forces behind him during that time to remove the first subsidy, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not even wait for anything. He has said it during his campaign that we are going to remove the first subsidy.
All of them said it.
All of them, including Peter Obi. And that is why you can see people, when the man came on board, the first inauguration speech, he said, subsidy is gone. And now he's trying to close all the doors. Part of these doors is now saying, come on, no more taking our crude oil outside
of the country
again.
We are repairing Port Harcourt refinery. Which crude oil one they use?
We don't know.
Dangote refinery is already in operation. Which they complain about the fact that they cannot even get sufficient amount of petroleum resources.
Yes.
The other day we heard that local refineries need a combined capacity of 770,000 barrels per day of crude oil.
Yes.
For them to refine and function in optimal capacity. And with the diverter, they go another place. The fact that these international oil companies, right, operate offshore, right, and that makes it the regulatory agencies in the oil sector, both at the upstream, and midstream, and downstream,
and left stream,
left and right,
and middle stream,
confused stream.
People that doesn't even know their left from their right. But let's still continue to give kudos to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for taking this vital step and this vital decision to say enough is enough. Stop stealing from us. Let's start using this, and this we. As also, in base as an investigating journalist and recall that, do you know that more than 1,000 people are bidding to have a license of building a refineries now in Nigeria?
Modular refineries will come up to support those other high capacity refineries.
So, and that is how we say, when the Igbo people in Alaba International Market are saying that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is an Igbo man that who knows what business is all about, and it's now that some of us are beginning to confirm it, that say, Baba, Ekushe, Baba, well done, sir. Baba, God bless you. For this, you two news that is bring greater that we've heard so far. We love what you're doing. We continue to support in the good part of what you are doing. And the other side where you decided not to listen to us, we will hear you. Because there was a song that said, I get papa, papa will they pamper me, papa will know they fail me, who be my papa, who Tinubu be my papa. We get these are the part of the song that they were singing for him during the campaign time. And we now say, if papa no go here, we must wake am up. Say your children they cry. Tinubu, wake up, wake up. So Baba is not sleeping. Baba is not sleeping at all. And Baba does not have ear problem. He listens to Nigerians in everywhere.
Before we cry every day.
And Baba does not take liquor.
So he's always alert.
Baba drinks a lot of water and he has energy. Because Baba have told you, he has told Nigerians, he said, I requested for this job and hold me responsible.
So don't pity me. Hold me for the job.
Responsible. So Baba, thank you very much for this. I know that before the tenure of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will expire for the first tenure, if he will go back for the second time, I don't actually know. But for this first tenure, I know before it will expire that a liter of fuel will come to at least 9 naira.
900 naira.
No, not 900. 9 naira.
You mean $9?
No, 9 naira.
Or 9,000?
No, I'm not saying 9,000. I'm not saying
in this world.
I say 9 naira.
Well, maybe
yeah,
in life
it's possible. Come. Not in life to come. It's possible.
It's not possible.
If you look at the measure that is taking now, more people are coming to build refineries. More people are applying to have a license to build refineries.
But
so what are you not talking about?
It's even with the present price, that amongst all the other oil-producing countries in the world, Nigeria still buys for cheapest, even at over 1,000.
Yeah, so we see that go to Benin Republic.
Go to Saudi Arabia.
Go to Saudi Arabia, go to Cotonou, go to Libya, go to, Libya. When we remove our fuel subsidy in Nigeria, why are they protesting? Why are they crying in Niger? Why are they crying in Mali? Why are they crying in Burkina Faso? Why are they crying in Cameroon? Because these are the area that they are stealing our products, our natural resources to go and sell.
True that. So now there's officially a ban on exporting crude oil that is meant for local refineries.
Yes.
So until we meet our local refining needs or capacity before we now export.
Yes.
So you can hear. So if you are working in any of those sectors and you hear that they are stealing crude oil, our Navy will need to also wake up, because there have been allegations in the past that the Nigerian Navy, they're escorting illegal oil vessels up and down.
And they call it a compensation grant. Once you are broke and you are into the corridor of that place. What do you call them? The people that are escorting
illegal vessel. Navy ship. It's an allegation, though. So it's left for the Nigerian Navy to come and clear their name and in fact prove that yes, you stand for the territorial integrity of Nigeria, which includes safeguarding our territorial waterways for people who are coming in to sabotage by buying illegally.
So which work is Tompolo now doing? Is guiding the pipeline?
Maybe they don't give our work for Navy.
Which work Tompolo they doing? They guide pipeline.
So which work Navy can they do?
Which work Navy can they do? Navy they guide the sea water.
Okay, the sea minus the pipe. And Tompolo they guide only the pipe.
Tompolo they guide the pipe, because you know that our government and our politicians, they always tell us that everything is in pipeline.
Okay, everything is still in the pipeline.
So our Nigerian youth, my fellow youth, will always say, this pipeline, where everything they always say, but more go scatter and mukukuku no.
Waiting the inside, or why did no one come out?
Mukukuku no waiting the inside, so that we go take on. Because they said the kingdom of God suffered violence and he took it by force. And we thank God now when we look at it that yes, the level of damaging of our oil pipeline has even gone down. It has reduced critically based on the information and also awareness that the NNPC has been creating. And this is also a wake-up call to National Rotation Agency. National Rotation Agency, please wake up, do the needful campaign, and also reach out, advertorial, let it go around, reach out to and influencers like us, and that we can also give you the voice to let the people know, so that even when you see, you say something, just like the slogan of EFCC now, see something and say something.
You know, that contract they gave for Tompolo was a 4 billion naira per month contract, which if you put it together is 48 billion naira per year.
To guide our pipeline.
As what?
He's a guider.
Okay, he's a guide. Guidance and counseling.
Yes, man. Since Tompolo started guiding our pipeline, did you hear any vandalism?
Vandalism today.
Vandalism today.
Where? Most communities. NMPC is still going to settle Kati here. So there are some most communities that have there's some OMLs, oil mining leases that have not operated in a while because there's been one dispute or another over that particular. See, there's a lot going on in our inland waterways.
I'm asking you now, Owigho, you want to tell us that for paying somebody 4 billion naira per month, and there's still a vandalism in our pipeline?
Not be only one illegal rig in Don Discover since. He said there was one illegal rig that was being operated by Shell. And NPC took the news. In fact, Namia Bentekam. He said they've been operating for upward of 9 years as at the time it was discovered. Illegally. Not illegal pipe, illegal rig. You know that where the rig is? Inside ocean. For 9 years.
And the exporter and they carry come out.
They carry come out.
They don't open up.
And Shell is still doing business in Nigeria. No sanctions, nothing.
But they said it's an alleged.
No, this one is not alleged. As it confirmed.
So they finally confirmed that Shell
was the one responsible
was it
for that illegal rig. Rig. You know how much they will get from that rig in 1 year? Times 9.
Times 9 years.
That's billions of dollars.
Oh man, Tompolo, you are really working.
By doing guidance.
You know when you are in school and you have guardian and
counseling unit. So if you have any problem, you just go and meet them. They will advise you accordingly.
For those of us who we able to do, you can reach out to Tompolo and say, Tom, there's a place
in Makurdi
that you need to guide.
All right, let's do the Punch newspaper real quick here before we go. It says telcos face $870 million investment shortfall over tariff hike delays. See? So all the telecom companies, MTN, Glo, Airtel, 9Mobile, say they are facing $870 million investment shortfall over the tariff hike delay. Nigeria's telecom industry may experience a significant $870 million drop in capital by 2026 as a result of 11 years of delays in tariffs increases, according to an internal document from MTN Nigeria obtained by The Punch. The decline in investment, which would have been used to expand the upgrade telecoms infrastructure, such as network coverage, technology upgrades, and the deployment of new services, is largely attributed to tariff hike delays. The document revealed that in 2022, Nigerian telcos invested 1.41 billion naira in capital expenditure, but the figure dropped to $1.16 billion in 2023. This is expected to fall even further to $0.47 billion in 2025. By 2026, the investment is forecasted to remain low at $0.50 billion, marking a $0.87 billion shortfall compared to the baseline figure from 2022, the document showed. So the 18% decline in planned capital expenditures is primarily driven by the inability of telecom companies to raise tariffs, which are crucial for offsetting operational costs and financing network expansion. Does that mean they are operating in deficit?
Owigho. Owigho.
Yeah.
You know this song by Danfo Driver? Iye me, oh, mama, oh, iye me.
They say they want to bologo.
Dibi dan 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 dan. Ewo, we tell Joe Ajeru, you know 1 year.
Day or day.
You say today they're going to shut down, they're going to do this one. Yesterday for Geriki police station, one man almost won't kill his wife because of call. Say he call him wife. Now another man named Pickup.
Yeah.
Now maybe Joe Ajero no even understand. We go read back. What did they say? These people they lose now
$870 million. And as a result of that, right, they are not able to improve or expand and upgrade infrastructure of telecommunications such as network coverage,
exactly,
technology upgrade,
exactly,
and deployment of new services,
exactly.
Like by now, for supposed to reach 10G,
exactly,
but some people still dey 2G.
And some web dey 5G. Now come be like say the thing they do
5G
Whiskey and Zipaturanki that sing the song. Oh yeah, totori me 1 time, totori me 2 times, totori me 3 times, That is what we are telling us now. Please, I beg you in the name of God, for the sake of this young entrepreneur who are using this social media to make money, for the sake of these people who that what they sit in line or what they need to do is to come online to make money, please do it.
True.
Because sometimes you imagine that you are doing a live broadcast on the social media, and wetin you don talk and see, so you come later come be like say
10 minutes later like say you enter along.
And when you dey watch oyibo live broadcast for abroad, wetin you dey talk you dey hear am immediately. But you go dey hustle today go say hey January, what do you say? And that's why now they fit catch yahoo boys.
Because their network, when dem talk one, you go enter transport reach America. Before you reach, don't stop am for road.
Okay, it's like we'll begin to go into our social. This one say, I greetings to you, boss. At his slide, he said, I'm watching you guys live. And this one say, I love you guys. Keep it up. And this one say, God bless you guys for saying nothing but the truth. And this one say, God bless you, Owigho and Philip. Wahala. This one say, bad collaboration between the two bad radio presenters. This, I would never miss this. Don't miss it. If you miss it, the entire family is gone. You go there,
It's don't
go. Because if not, who sing that song? We are talking me one time.
No, I think Kabasa, Whiskey, and Olamide.
Okay, I hope it's not song that they can flag down.
They go flag down.
In case you want to hear that song, it's not that we're promoting the song.
Speak. They are just small. Me one time.
Oh yeah. Me 2 times.
Me 3 times. Nobody is saying that you should not stand for the masses. But stand for the masses with sense.
With sense. With brain.
Brain.
You are Totori Nigeria, not to. Because if you totori us to, then you are actually causing a problem. Because now we begin to face problem. For the past how many years, I watched some children who actually did a cartoon about this our network that we have struggled to be out of 1G to 2G, 3G. to 4G, 4G to 5G, they are still struggling, but the way the protests want to come, we will now go back to 0G. We can't be like snail.
That's going back to the
be like snail where they crawl.
Colonial era.
So you be trying to reach somebody and you could not get that person. And even the people who have the money for getting cellular will not even be able to use it.
Because if you buy the phone finish, which network you want to use?
Is it not the same MTN, the same Glo, and the same Airtel, and it is a lot that you will use? So
our 5G in Nigeria is the same 5G they have in other countries?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's not.
No. See, Owigho, no, you don't need to run out of the studio for me. I'm not doing PG news, but we must end this program with a very good conversation. See, Owigho, if you want to know, you see, in the other area of the vine of when Patoranki, was it not Patoranki that sing the song and say, celebrate me now
where are they alive?
No, when
appreciate me. Now when are they alive? No be say when I leave this life, you will think I'm for my wife.
So we are trying to tell our network provider, we are celebrating you now. When you are alive.
Now 5G is alive. Where 5G don't go. Because they say, please come back. We miss you.
No, not please come back. You know, somebody said something during the era of President Muhammadu Buhari leaving to hand over to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I think it should be Femi Adesina, who says Nigeria we're going to miss Femi. We're going to miss
Buhari when it goes.
He said we're going to miss former President Muhammadu Buhari. And up to 3 months of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the office, some people started posting, I miss Buhari. Joe Ajaero, the chairman Labour Congress or Labour Union or what you call yourself, please do not allow us miss post office.
Because internet off.
Then we will now begin to write letter to dear Owigho. Sure. I am writing you this letter from the bottom of my heart.
From the basket of love.
From the basket of love and the garden of my heart. In the garden of my heart. As I'm writing this, a tears and drop of water is coming out of my eye to let you know that I love you. Please do not tell me no. Telling me no, it will just make me have body odor, which cannot give me the smell of couple perfume.
Zogo. We have
now that we have social media, we have message, we have email, and PMB is not making money. Don't allow us to go back to post office. You're gonna now you're gonna say, brother, I send you letter now, you don't receive it. I say, my brother never receive.
I never receive on night post.
Because now the same, before we round up, just to let Joe Ajaero know, say now the same internet that they use to do interbanking.
You see,
the same telecommunication, I will tell you, watch news on our DSTV, on our DSTV decoder, start time, and the rest. The same internet. If you say federal government should not do what they want to do, remember I told you that you cannot fight a man who have the knife and yam in his hand, because it will peel it to the side that it will favor him. When we are complaining that there were no lights, they want to increase NEPA tariff, they want to do this one, before you know, they say people don't go vandalize
Amod cable.
Amod cable.
They will vandalize Villa Amod cable. Where they go Villa?
Yes, now through Zosis. They enter through the hole.
They get neighbor for mine.
Just people with they know they fear. They enter through hole. So and
underground. Tunnel.
Until tomorrow, Nigerians, please stay tuned. Keep watching Owigho TV. My name is Remain Ambassador Wala, comedian of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We'll be back tomorrow, same time on this. Please share, like, and comment. God bless you.
Oh, shit.